All right, man. What's up, everybody? I'm back again. Good to be back with you. Right back in front of you where I feel like I should be communicating and connecting with everybody. It's been a while since I got up here to do an actual topic video. And so the timing of there's so much going on. Like, as I stated in other little videos, I'll hint and drop, like, I'm working on goals and stuff like that. And I'm continuing on. And I hope that all of you have good energy in your space and that you're continuing on as well. And yeah, there's so much going on, even down to certain events in hip hop recently, which has been really exciting and interesting to see how the events unfolded and everything like that. Of course, I'm speaking on Kendrick Lamar and Drake face off and everything like that. And just before I get into anything else, first off, for the record, I would like to say, so far I didn't think that this battle was over, but and then I got kind of concerned because then I start worrying about like background politics and weird stuff. But then I didn't know that there was actually another song to kick all this off, to kind of like, flick out to create like a little scrape or something that kind of kicked everything off. So judging off of that, I would have to agree at this point. Yes, yeah, Kendrick Lamar did a great job and he really did shut down Drake. And that was pretty amazing to see. I've seen a lot of posts of BB these, you know what I'm saying? And no offense to anybody, but you know what I mean? Like, I've seen like the BBL Drizzy's beats and stuff by Metro Boomin and stuff like that. And people are just having a lot of fun with that. And it's probably going to be like that for a while. So, but hats off to both artists for putting it all on the line and really going at it and showing their integrity, or their fiber, or whatever you want to call it, their substance, in this battle and everything. Is really nice to see. However, moving into what I'm here to talk about today, which is do things have that, what effect does a person have with their energy in the world, right? And I can kind of relate it to that battle a little bit because of some of the lines that Kendrick said, like, I make music to basically elevate and free people, to electrify people. You make music to pacify people. I had another friend bring that up recently too. Shouts out to them, my man Chris Matthews, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, you know what? It's interesting because it's kind of like it goes along with another thing I've stated before. It's not what you say, sometimes how you say it, or is it a little bit of both, right? And in this instance, where one style that's being presented to the public sounds more soothing, sounds more appealing, then when you get up close and see that there may be some ripples in the back that kind of contradict that, you know what I'm saying? So what result is left over from that? And then versus, you may not like the full presentation of what's being presented on this other side, but it holds more substance, it holds more truth, similar to the way kids will rather play than be disciplined, right? So it's kind of like a trade-off, but you know that if you're disciplined, then you get more quality and substance out of your interactions with life and things like that, and more development on your path if you are disciplined. Even though you may not like the taste of that medicine as it goes down, it works, right? So that's kind of like what this is about, which is like, do you have a life touch or a death touch? Like, what kind of energy is on you? And this is completely separate from that other thing, but what kind of energy does a person carry with them? What kind of intentions do those actions come from? Because the body follows the mind. So what frequency is that mind at, or spirit at the time when they're in existence and interacting with people and the rest of everything that exists in unison, which is, in a certain harmony, you know what I mean? So are you harmonious or disharmonious? Like, when you go places, or do you have a healing nature? Things are a little bit better, or maybe even you get healed and you absorb things, so your atmosphere is better. Like, but do you leave your mark in after incidents and I guess through your life, but on life, right? But do you leave a mark of life, like to excel, to grow, to spark another person to grow, to realize things, to learn new things, to take things in and grow, to find inner peace? Or do you leave things in chaos because perhaps the surroundings were chaos, right? And then we need to take a step back. Hopefully we can get some self-awareness, some awareness around us, and then step back and say, whoa, kind of like spatial awareness, and whoa, hold on, what's going on around me? Let me figure this out. Maybe some of these things are a little bit hectic, or they impede you from having that inner peace. But with that, a person may take on certain qualities and hold them to virtue for their own life and follow those things as if that's like gospel, right? And not knowing, like, you want one result in life, you want good things, you want to have things, but then you at the same time on this parallel, this contradiction though, like, your energy is creating bad outcomes. Like, a person is working a job where they get dirty all the time, and people may not think that's glamorous, but they got clean money. Dirt, like, I've seen a sticker before, it said dirty hands, clean money. I was like, I like that. And then on the other side, you see this other person who looks like they have it all together, but then you find out later that about their drug dealer or this or that. And you know what I'm saying? Um, depending on how they're doing things, because you even have legalized drug dealers, don't you? You have the pharmacies and things like that, and they do their own type of meddling with different mixtures of things in order to make these inhibitors and things, which is another interesting topic. If you want to discover more about what we've learned while we were trying to imitate nature, we figured out inhibitors, and you can kind of find that in some history lessons and stuff, especially in some of the if you look into things where Masonic figures are brought up and stuff like that, and you'll find out in colonization and stuff like that when people were exploring. But check some of that stuff out, man. It's pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Check out the evolution of drugs, the development of drugs, and check out the development of trying to, what's the best way to say it? I don't want to sound like suspicious, like, like I don't want to make it sound like I'm having a suspicion, but basically, how do you direct information and traffic to get a certain result? Kind of like manipulation, you know what I mean? But yeah, but check some of that stuff out. It's pretty mind-blowing, you know what I mean? That's part of our story. So, in some instances, and often was also interesting in those instances, the people who have the best heart, best mind, and best intentions are the ones that are used to get the information, because they actually care about culture and people. They have a life touch, while the people with the death touch have ulterior motives, usually on the material level, very shallow type of thinking. But everyone can have a shift, right? We can learn some bad stuff, and we can unlearn bad stuff, learn better stuff, do it better tomorrow. Don't go back to the same patterns that you were in before. That's what it's all about in development and progress, and you shouldn't never let anyone make you feel funny about that, if that's also part of that death touch. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be around that energy. If you're developing and you know that you can elevate, man, and you can get to the next level, go on and do it. You know what I'm saying? And it may be harder to do in certain atmospheres, but you're gonna have to try and make your own bubbles. You know what I'm saying? And I've spoken about that before too. And make your own bubble of existence in that way, that you find people with like minds and spend your time with those people. You guys create your own bubble. That's kind of like what we did when we were younger. We created our own clique, our own little crew, you know what I mean? And that's how we got down, you know what I mean? We had our own little crew, and we were out there and, getting together, making songs and doing all kinds of things in our own creative bubble, in our own space. We made our own space time, in a sense, and it's nice to have people of a like mind or like energy to relate to, and communicate with. So that's, why I would probably recommend that, as an option at least. Not saying I know everything, because I don't. I'm always learning. That's what it's all about, right? So yeah, man. So do you have a death touch, or do you have a life touch, right? Which one is it? You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to talk about right now. And hopefully that we're expressing that life touch. And I hope that the energy, that energy is around you and you're vibrating at a high frequency. Shouts to all the people trying to make it a more positive place every day. Shouts to people, sticking to their guns and working through all the challenges of these times, because it's going to get weirder and weirder for a while. We got like deep fakes, AI, voiceovers. Oh, that's another thing too. That's a no-no. That was a no-no in that battle situation with Kendrick and Drake, though. That was a no-no with, I'll touch on a few of those things. I said I was going to mention a few more things, though, that were weird. So, yeah, that stuff, using Pac's voice, even Snoop's voice, really, but using Pac's voice, that's a no-no, homie. that wasn't gonna go smooth. I knew that was gonna be like it was going not to be happening. And shouts to the Outlaws too. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Noble. Shouts to LS. Shouts to Edie. You know what I'm saying? Man. But yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna go too well. And also another weird thing I've stated in another video was there's a song I have called The Cool Ones. Go and check that out. It's off of an album called Raise Your Lighter. It's an EP, Raise Your Lighter EP, right? And it's old now. It's a little older now, right? But go and check that out. On the song The Cool Ones, I mentioned that the prior release I had reviews. It was getting bumped across certain record pools, college radio. It was starting to get a buzz back then, and I was about, I think, I want to say like between 2006, 2007, somewhere around there. And it was called Day One. The one was originated, never emulated though. And that was it. And you can see me on the cover, GQ, smooth, like whatever, right? And that album, we got the sound scans back, and I was doing pretty good on the underground circuit, which was awesome at the time. And not only that, the record did good the album did decent in the West Coast, Midwest. East Coast, I was disappointed. It broke my heart a little bit, but I could tell Cat didn't even listen to it. You know, the dude, whoever it was, they didn't really listen to it, but they just kind of brushed me off. But then Canada was the most open, and that's what I state in the song. So at that time, I've always had a weird, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, my album was called Day One, and then now this guy's album is called Day One, and he's from Canada. You know, and I just, you know, I'll let it slide, just, you know what I mean? Like, because it could be coincidence, but so much that just strikes me strange about these findings, you know what I'm saying? And the person is Drake's nature and character that we're starting to see, like a lot of the things seem to be fabricated, and that's not the best, you know what I mean? That's not the best. But Drake, you are a very talented individual. You're a great songwriter and a great entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know what I'm saying? Much love. I hope you can recover from all this. That was definitely a clinic though. So I hope that you can figure out a way to stand back up. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about growth, you know what I mean? And like I said before, congratulations, Kendrick, the Top Dog Entertainment crew, all these people out here. You know what I'm saying? Just anyone who's out here making progress and making good things happen, regardless, positivity is the notion. Shouts to you, you know. And also, I would like to drop this on you too. I'm very excited about this. Some of the things that some of the goals I've been speaking of and things that I'm excited to announce to you is now I have an official King A.D.S music website, and it is King A-, you know, it's like all separated, right, by dashes, but King A-D-S music.com. And you can go there. So it's kingadsmusic.com, and you can go check me out. Come over there, spend time with me there. I've got links to my music there. I probably will be in the process of trying to withdraw my material from certain streaming platforms coming up in the near future. We've been having a lot of talks about these things for many, many years. And it's nice to see everyone else chiming in on their podcasts and presentations talking about some of these things too, because I had my suspicions, and you've never once heard me use Spotify as a place to go check me out. I'm either here or I'm on SoundCloud or you know what I mean, stuff like that. But I have my new all my catalog now I've transferred over to Bandcamp. So there's a more direct link between me and you. So, and now I have a donation link now in my videos in the description box. If you check down below, there's a donation link for PayPal, and I really would appreciate any donations at all, even if it's 50 cents, I don't care. Just even if it's just a thumbs up or a like, like a like or a subscribe to the channel, I just really appreciate it, because it just helps me get the energy out there and share something, some quality stuff with you guys, or I hope it's quality stuff at least to you, you know what I'm saying? Because I try my best, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, come over to the website, check it out, get the direct connection, stay tuned, there's more on the way, and I'm just so happy to be here on the right side of history, moving forward, making these moves and connecting with you guys. All right. So, yep, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll be back again with another topic. We're going to stick with the life touch. So, the death touch. Death touch. All right. Peace.